The Swedish Jul that we celebrate today is the result of centuries of cultural evolution, blending ancient Viking solstice rituals with Christian traditions and local folklore. To understand the depth of the season, one must journey back to a time when winter was both perilous and sacred, and when human life was closely intertwined with the rhythms of nature. Long before the advent of Christianity, the Vikings and earlier Norse communities observed Yule, a midwinter festival that marked the winter solstice, the turning point when the days began to lengthen and the sun slowly returned. Darkness dominated the northern landscape, and people relied on fire, ritual, and communal gathering to survive both the physical and psychological challenges of the season. At the heart of Yule were fire and feasting. Large logs were burned in halls, illuminating the long nights and serving as a symbolic beacon of life and protection. Families gathered to share meals of preserved meats, grains, and root vegetables, often accompanied by mead or ale. These gatherings were both practical, ensuring sustenance and warmth, and ceremonial, reinforcing social cohesion, cultural continuity, and respect for ancestral spirits. Rituals surrounding household spirits were equally important. Nisse Tomte, small protected beings, were honored with offerings, usually a bowl of porridge, ensuring the well-being of livestock and family members. These customs embedded a moral dimension in everyday life, teaching care, responsibility, and gratitude, while blending myth with survival practices. With the arrival of Christianity in Sweden around the 11th century, Yule evolved into Jul, integrating the celebration of Christ's birth without erasing ancient customs. Pagan symbols such as fire, evergreen decorations, and the reverence for household spirits were reinterpreted in Christian terms. Candles came to symbolize Christ as the light of the world, while communal feasting retained its significance as a time for togetherness, reflection, and celebration. The 12th-day celebration of Jul reflects the continuity of older traditions, extending from Saint Lucia's Day in mid-December through Christmas and into the New Year. This span allows communities to engage in repetitive, ritualized acts, lighting candles, singing songs, preparing food, and honoring protective spirits that strengthen social bonds and embed cultural memory. Over time, additional layers of tradition emerged. The incorporation of nativity plays, church services, and hymns added religious narrative to the season, while regional folklore, music, and culinary customs preserved uniquely Swedish practices. Even today, elements such as the Yule goat, Nisse figurines, and the act of leaving offerings for household spirits reflect a fusion of pagan and Christian heritage. The evolution from Viking Yule to Christian Jul illustrates the resilience and adaptability of Swedish culture. While the forms and symbols changed, the underlying principles, light amidst darkness, communal gathering, ritualized care, and celebration of life, persisted. The modern Festival of Jul retains these principles, ensuring that even with changing society, the core of Swedish seasonal identity endures. By understanding this history, one can appreciate how every candle, every song, and every ritual during Jul is deeply rooted in centuries of human adaptation and imagination. Swedish Jul is not merely a festive season. It is a continuum of culture, blending survival, myth, faith, and joy into a luminous response to winter's challenges. Through Yule and Jul, Sweden demonstrates that even in the darkest months, humans have always found ways to create warmth, community, and meaning, preparing both body and spirit for the hope and celebration embodied in Saint Lucia and Christmas. In Sweden, the Festival of Saint Lucia is more than a holiday. It is a ritualized response to the darkness, a luminous tradition that illuminates hearts, homes, and communities during the bleakest period of the year. Celebrated annually on December 3rd, Lucia's Day is deeply entwined with Swedish identity, combining legend, music, ceremony, and food to create a rich, multi-sensory cultural experience. The story of Saint Lucia originates in Syracuse, Sicily, where Lucia, a young Christian martyr, risked her life to bring food to persecuted Christians hidden in catacombs. To keep her hands free while carrying supplies, she wore a crown of candles on her head, a gesture that became a symbol of hope, courage, and light. The story traveled north to Sweden during the Middle Ages, blending seamlessly with pre-Christian Scandinavian customs that celebrated the winter solstice and the return of the sun. In modern Sweden, Lucia is personified by a girl selected to represent the saint who wears a white gown and a crown of burning candles. She leads a procession of attendants girls, dressed in white, and boys as star boys singing traditional Lucia hymns and carrying lanterns to illuminate the path. This procession travels through schools, churches, and public spaces, transforming ordinary rooms into ritualized arenas of light and community. Each participant, whether leading or following, embodies centuries of cultural continuity, linking the present to the past. The music of the procession is integral to its power. The hymn Sancta Lucia is universally sung, accompanied in some cases by other creating a layered tapestry of melody and meaning. The lyrics speak of guidance, hope, and the triumph of light over darkness, reflecting the dual spiritual and practical purposes of the festival. Children's voices, in particular, imbue the ritual with innocence and vibrancy, reinforcing the symbolic significance of human action in creating light. Candles extend beyond the procession. Swedish homes are adorned with lights and windows, often forming stars or other symbolic shapes, connecting private spaces to the communal celebration. Each flame becomes a beacon of hope and protection, echoing the centuries-old practice of lighting fires to ward off darkness, danger, and misfortune. In rural areas, even a single candle in a window can serve as a meaningful gesture, linking families with neighbors and the larger community. Food is deeply intertwined with the ritual. La secata, saffron buns, shaped into elegant S-forms, are traditionally baked and shared during Lucia celebrations. Their golden hue mirrors the light of candles, symbolizing warmth, hope, and the guiding glow of Saint Lucia herself. Additional treats, such as gingerbread cookies and mulled wine or non-alcoholic glögg for children, complement the sensory and ceremonial experience, blending taste with ritual. Participation is essential. Schools often organize processions in which students take turns being Lucia, attendants, or musicians, ensuring that cultural knowledge is actively transmitted. Families practice songs together, prepare treats, and decorate spaces in anticipation of the festival, embedding ritual deeply into daily life. Each gesture reinforces the values of generosity, courage, and communal engagement that define the season. St. Lucia's Day also serves as a prelude to the broader Christmas season, linking light with celebration, ritual with anticipation, and myth with lived experience. The festival is a bridge between past and present, folklore and faith, darkness and illumination, providing emotional and symbolic guidance for the entire Jul period. Through processions, music, candlelight, and food, St. Lucia's festival embodies the essence of Swedish Jul, the triumph of light over darkness, the continuity of tradition, and the power of human participation to create warmth and meaning. It is a celebration that teaches, inspires, and connects, ensuring that even in the longest nights, hope, joy, and illumination prevail. While St. Lucia brings light to Swedish winter, the season is also deeply enriched by folklore and myth, particularly through the figures of the Nisse Tomte. These small, gnome-like beings inhabit homes and farms, serving as guardians, tricksters, and moral guides during Jul. Their presence highlights the interplay between imagination, morality, and tradition in Swedish culture, ensuring that the holiday is not only festive, but also instructive. The Nisse, often depicted with a red cap, long white beard, and mischievous demeanor, is traditionally a protector of the household and farm, responsible for the well-being of livestock and the prosperity of the home. The Nisse enforces subtle social rules. A kind and attentive household earns his favor, while negligence or disrespect may result in playful retribution. A tipped-over bucket, missing tools, or minor mishaps serve as reminders of care, attention, and respect. These stories communicate moral lessons in a manner that is both entertaining and culturally resonant. Families honor these spirits during Jul by leaving a bowl of rice porridge, often with a pat of butter, in a discreet corner of the home or barn. This gesture of gratitude maintains a connection to ancestral customs while reinforcing the reciprocal relationship between humans and their environment. The act embodies values of generosity, attention, and continuity, teaching children that even small gestures hold meaning. Tomte, a closely related figure, often emphasizes the moral and protective role within the home, encouraging harmonious domestic life. Together, Nisse and Tomte reinforce principles of community responsibility and cultural memory, blending the mystical with practical life lessons. In many ways, they are living symbols of the human need to navigate risk, reward, and care within communal structures. Swedish folklore extends beyond household spirits to include trolls and other mythical creatures inhabiting the forests, mountains, and remote landscapes. These beings function as both cautionary figures and cultural touchstones, reminding communities to respect nature and seasonal cycles. Their stories, passed orally across generations, are woven into song, poetry, and seasonal performance, creating a rich narrative layer alongside the physical celebrations of Jul. Even in modern urban Sweden, folklore remains active and visible. Decorative Nisse figures adorn homes, bowls of porridge are sometimes placed on balconies, and stories of protective spirits continue to be shared in schools and community centers. These practices maintain a connection between past and present, ensuring that ancient wisdom, cultural identity, and seasonal ritual persist even amid contemporary lifestyles. Folklore also intertwines seamlessly with Saint Lucia and Christmas celebrations. The symbolism of light, from candles and crowns to illuminated windows, coexists with the cautionary and protective presence of Nisse and Tomte. Together, these elements create a layered, immersive experience in which imagination, ritual, and moral instruction converge, reinforcing the values of attentiveness, respect, and community engagement. By honoring folklore during Jul, Swedes maintain a living dialogue with their heritage, blending myth, ritual, and cultural memory into daily practice. The tales of Nisse, Tomte, and trolls are not relics, but dynamic narratives that continue to shape behavior, inspire creativity, and enhance the seasonal experience. Through this folklore, Jul becomes both magical and morally instructive, a season where every act from lighting a candle to leaving porridge participates in centuries of tradition. In Sweden, folklore is more than entertainment. It is a cultural compass guiding families, communities, and children through the darkness of winter, while embedding ethical and communal values within the celebration of light. It ensures that Jul is alive, meaningful, and deeply human, illuminating not only homes, but hearts across the nation. Food is at the very heart of Swedish Jul, serving as both nourishment and ritual, a medium through which tradition, family, and cultural memory converge. Every dish carries centuries of history, seasonal necessity, and symbolic meaning, creating a feast that is both communal and deeply personal. The Julbord, or Christmas table, is not simply a meal. It is an embodiment of Swedish culture, carefully structured and richly layered. The Julbord typically begins with cold dishes featuring a variety of preserved fish such as gravlax cured salmon, pickled herring, and anchovies. These preparations reflect the historical reliance on preservation methods essential for winter survival, while also offering flavors uniquely Scandinavian. Accompanying these are eggs, cheeses, breads, and spreads, providing both sustenance and a ceremonial start to the meal. Warm dishes follow, including Jillskinka Christmas ham, often glazed with mustard and baked to perfection. Sausages, meatballs, and sometimes roasted game complete the savory selection, while regional variations introduce pinnikshit or other local specialties. The act of preparing these dishes is a ritual in itself. Families gather, exchange recipes, and engage in techniques passed down through generations, reinforcing both culinary skill and familial bonds. Sweets and baked goods occupy a central place on the Lasakata. Golden saffron buns, shaped in elegant spirals, are emblematic of Saint Lucia's festival, evoking both light and warmth. Gingerbread cookies, intricately decorated, are baked and shared, often forming homespun decorations as much as treats. Rice pudding Riskrinskrat carries a playful tradition. A single almond is hidden within the dish, promising the finder luck or a small reward, intertwining culinary delight with interactive ritual. Drinks further complement the feast. Glögg, a spiced mulled wine, is served warm with almonds and raisins, creating a sensory connection to the season. Non-alcoholic versions allow children to participate, emphasizing inclusivity and communal experience. Together, food and drink establish a multisensory environment where taste, aroma, and warmth reinforce the emotional and cultural resonance of Jul. Preparation itself is part of the tradition. Baking and cooking often become communal activities. Children help knead dough, elders share techniques, and stories are exchanged while dishes are assembled. Every step embeds cultural memory, teaching values of patience, care, and respect for both culinary art and communal life. Even small gestures, such as leaving a portion of porridge for the NIS, maintain a link to folklore and ancestral practice, blending myth, morality, and sustenance. Each meal, each recipe, carries layered significance, connecting participants to generations past while reinforcing a sense of identity and continuity. The Julbord is more than a feast. It is a living archive of Swedish culture. Each dish reflects the landscape, climate, and history of Sweden. Coastal fish, preserved meats, seasonal root vegetables, and sweet-baked goods tell stories of survival, adaptation, and ingenuity. Sharing this food reinforces community, gratitude, and joy, turning ordinary sustenance into ritualized celebration. Through the culinary traditions of Jul, Swedes connect with the essence of the season. Warmth amidst darkness, light through ritual, and joy through sharing. Food becomes a bridge between generations, a vessel for memory, and a celebration of human ingenuity and cultural continuity. In every bite of gauskinka, every sip of glögg, and every golden the magic of Swedish Christmas lives, nourishing both body and spirit. Music is the heartbeat of Swedish Jul, giving rhythm, voice, and resonance to a season defined by darkness, tradition, and communal warmth. From the hushed glow of candlelit homes to bustling city squares, song transforms Swedish Christmas into a living, auditory experience that binds generations, communities, and stories together. Central to the season is the music of Saint Lucia processions. Young girls dressed in white robes, crowned with candles, led choirs of children singing Sancta Lucia and other Julsånger, accompanied by starboys carrying lanterns. The melodies are simple yet powerful, filling classrooms, churches, and town halls with light through sound. Every note carries symbolism, hope, guidance, and the triumph of illumination over darkness. Swedish Jul incorporates both sacred and secular songs. Hymns like Njute, Nidas Tuson, Hulilhus, now 1,000 Christmas lights, are lit, reflect spiritual devotion and contemplation, while folk songs recount tales of Nisse trolls and seasonal customs. The music functions as a living repository of cultural memory, preserving stories, values, and historical continuity through melody and verse. Choirs and communal singing play a pivotal role. Schools, churches, and community organizations organize rehearsals and performances, blending traditional tunes with modern arrangements. These participatory events foster social cohesion, ensuring that every participant from children to elders contributes to the living cultural fabric of Jul. Music is not merely entertainment, it is ritual, education, and communal bonding. Instrumental accompaniment enriches the soundscape. Traditional instruments like the nyckelharpa or piano are common, while orchestras and contemporary ensembles add layers of harmony, connecting folklore with modern musical expression. Rural communities often favor acoustic, folk-driven performances, creating intimate experiences, whereas urban concerts blend spectacle with tradition, demonstrating the versatility and endurance of Swedish musical heritage. Music also permeates domestic life. Families sing while baking lasakata, preparing the Julbord, or decorating the home, embedding melody into everyday routines. Children learn carols and songs, internalizing both the music and its associated cultural stories. In this way, music becomes an active tool for teaching, memory, and participation, ensuring continuity across generations. Even modern technology extends the reach of Swedish Jul music. Televised Lucia celebrations, streamed performances, and social media sharing allow traditions to resonate nationwide. Urban and rural households alike can participate virtually, reinforcing the collective experience even across distance. The effect of music during Jul is profound. It shapes emotion, reinforces ritual, and strengthens community bonds. Songs, hymns, and carols are not passive. They guide the season's emotional narrative, teaching values of generosity, attentiveness, and hope. Every performance is an act of cultural continuity, linking the present to centuries of tradition. Through music, Swedish Jul transforms winter's darkness into a living tapestry of sound, ritual, and joy. Melody becomes light, harmony becomes community, and song becomes a conduit for memory, morality, and celebration. In this way, the auditory traditions of Jul sustain the heart, spirit, and identity of Sweden, ensuring that the light of Saint Lucia and Christmas resonates across time and place. Today, Swedish Jul blends ancient traditions with contemporary practices, creating a season that is both deeply rooted and vibrantly alive. From rural villages to bustling urban centers, the holiday is celebrated with a balance of ritual, community, and modern innovation, ensuring that the essence of Saint Lucia and Christmas continues to resonate across the country. In cities such as Stockholm, Gothenburg, and Malmö, streets, squares, and public buildings glow with lights and festive decorations. Jul markets offer handcrafted ornaments, traditional foods, and seasonal treats, while choirs and musicians perform both traditional, julsånger, and modern adaptations. These public displays allow residents and visitors alike to participate in a shared experience, reinforcing social cohesion and a collective sense of culture. In smaller towns and rural areas, celebrations retain a more intimate, familial quality. Homes are adorned with candles, stars, and straw figures such as the Julbord goat, while families gather for the Julbord lusekathar and prepare for Saint Lucia processions. Children actively participate in these rituals, learning the songs, stories, and culinary practices that transmit cultural memory across generations. The interweaving of folklore and domestic ritual ensures that ancient practices remain alive within contemporary life. Schools play a central role in maintaining the vitality of the season. Students rehearse Lucia processions, sing carols, and perform plays that integrate folklore, history, and song. This active participation ensures that children not only observe but embody tradition, creating a living connection between past and present. Modern technology amplifies the reach of Swedish Jul traditions. Televised Saint Lucia events, online broadcasts of choirs, and social media sharing allows celebrations to reach even remote households. Families separated by distance can participate virtually, reinforcing communal engagement and preserving the social fabric of the season. Yet despite digital innovations, the essence of Julite, ritual, and togetherness remains unchanged. Culinary traditions continue to thrive alongside modern innovations. While the Julbord maintains staples like julskinka, gravlax, and lusekatter, contemporary dishes, international influences, and dietary adaptations reflect evolving tastes. Meals are still communal, emphasizing sharing, warmth, and the ritual of gathering around the table. Even the smallest gestures, such as leaving a portion of porridge for the Nisse, persist in modern households, preserving the magical and moral dimensions of the season. Music also bridges tradition and modernity. Choirs, school performances, and public concerts maintain the continuity of Jul, while modern arrangements, recordings, and online streaming bring the sound of Swedish Jul to wider audiences. Singing together continues to strengthen community bonds, ensuring that the auditory heritage of Jul resonates across generations. In all these ways, modern Swedish Jul reflects a dynamic, living tradition. It is both public and private, ancient and contemporary, ritualized and adaptive. The season demonstrates that cultural heritage can evolve without losing its core meaning, bringing light to darkness, joy to communities, and continuity to human experience. Through these celebrations, Sweden shows how tradition, folklore, music, food, and ritual can coexist harmoniously with modern life. Jul is not only a holiday but a cultural framework, a way to navigate winter, preserve heritage, and celebrate light, hope, and human ingenuity. Every act of illumination, song, and shared meal ensures that the spirit of Saint Lucia and Christmas remains alive, meaningful, and profoundly human. If you're enjoying it, engage with us, share your thoughts in the comments, and follow World Traditions so we can keep creating more videos.
As the season of Saint Lucia and Jul draws to a close, the magic of Swedish Christmas endures not in fleeting decorations or material gifts, but in light, memory, and communal connection. The festival illuminates not only homes but hearts, transforming the darkest weeks of winter into a season of hope, warmth, and continuity. At the heart of this enduring glow is the symbolism of light. From the crown of candles worn by Saint Lucia to the countless candles adorning windows, lanterns, and public spaces, illumination serves as a beacon of resilience, generosity, and human creativity. Each flame reflects centuries of cultural adaptation, Viking solstice rituals, medieval Christian traditions, and modern civic and familial practices coalesce to create a luminous tapestry of ritual and meaning. Folklore and myth remain interwoven with these celebrations. The Nisse Tomte watch over households, reinforcing the values of attentiveness, care, and respect. Tales of trolls and spirits continue to engage children and adults alike, ensuring that folklore remains a living, active component of seasonal life. These narratives, paired with ritual acts such as leaving porridge for the Nisse, maintain a connection to ancestral knowledge and moral instruction. Blending magic with ethics, culinary traditions further enhance the season's significance. The Julbord, featuring dishes like jalskinka, gravlax, and lussekatter, is more than a meal. It is a ritualized expression of Swedish heritage, a vehicle for sensory memory, and a means of transmitting culture across generations. Shared food binds families together, reinforcing social cohesion and the continuity of human connection. Music, too, sustains the emotional and cultural resonance of Jul. Choirs, carols, and Saint Lucia hymns echo in homes, schools, and churches, connecting listeners to history while creating joy and communal participation. Melody becomes light, song becomes ritual, and music becomes a living conduit for memory, values, and celebration. Modern Sweden continues to embrace Jul with both tradition and innovation. Urban festivities, televised processions, and social media engagement allow broader participation while preserving the essence of the season: light, community, and reflection. Even as customs adapt, their meaning remains intact, ensuring that every act from lighting a candle to singing a carol contributes to the living tradition of Swedish Christmas. Through Saint Lucia and Jul, Sweden demonstrates the power of ritual, story, and human creativity to transform darkness into light. The season is a testament to cultural resilience, connecting past and present, folklore and faith, community and family. It is a reminder that even in the deepest winter, hope, joy, and warmth can thrive. If this journey through Sweden's Saint Lucia and Jul touched your heart, help keep the magic alive. Like this video to honor enduring traditions. Comment below where you're watching from and share your favorite winter ritual. Subscribe to World Traditions to continue exploring the world's most enchanting cultural celebrations, from candlelit processions to festive tables, from folklore to music. Swedish Jul reminds us that light always finds a way, and the magic of human tradition endures across centuries.